I love history. I think we can learn a lot from historical figures, historical writings. And one of the figures that I have really come to appreciate, I'm challenged by, but I appreciate, is Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Bonhoeffer was born in 1906 in Germany, and he became a Lutheran pastor, an author, and a theologian. And his writings have impacted the world even to this day. He wrote books like The Cost of Discipleship, and it's become a modern classic. But one of the things Bonhoeffer was known for is he was a founding member of the Confessing Church, which is a group of theologians and pastors in Germany, in Nazi Germany in World War II, who were actively protesting the policies of Adolf Hitler. And Bonhoeffer came to be known as one of the staunch opponents of the policies of Nazi Germany, where they were exterminating Jews. And it was for this reason that he was arrested and accused of being part of a plot to assassinate Adolf Hitler. When he was arrested, the SS were imprisoning him and eventually transferred him to Flossenburg concentration camp. And it was there that he spent the rest of his life. Even while he was in the concentration camp, he wrote a classic book on Christmas, reflections on God becoming one of us. But eventually, he was hanged on April 9th, 1945, by the Nazi Germany as they were falling to the Allies. It was just a short time later that concentration camp was freed by the Allies. But in one of his many writings, he wrote, Jesus Christ lived in the midst of his enemies, and at the end of all of his disciples deserted him. On the cross, he was utterly alone, surrounded by evildoers and mockers. For this cause he had come, Bonhoeffer writes, to bring peace to the enemies of God, so that Christians too belongs not in the seclusion of a cloistered life, but in the thick of foes. Now, in my eyes, it would be so much easier to live our Christian lives as if that were not so. But we have to hear what Bonhoeffer is saying, is that we are living surrounded by foes. You know, it would be easier if we could follow Christ in a world that agrees with us all the time. But Christianity is lived out in a world that doesn't hold the same set of values as we hold. You know, where the world pursues wealth and pleasure, power and influence. As Christians, we are called to follow the example of Jesus, who lived with humility, serving others, sacrificing for others, filled with grace and love where there is anger and hatred. So it's no wonder that Christianity has been strongest when we live counterculturally, where we live and following Christ, who is not a part of this world now. As we move into Holy Week, where we will walk with Jesus to the cross to celebrate the new life on Easter, may we commit ourselves to follow his example and to love others even when they don't return that love, to love others even when they are not easy to love, and to stand against sin and oppression, division and violence, and to be able to glorify Christ in the way that we live and treat others. I hope that you will join us to be able to live out our faith following this kind of action.